morning. It's the 30th of October, the day before Halloween, and I'm Dr. Rebecca Clum, the numbers lady. Here we are in my house because it's not nice outside, so we're going to be inside, and then we can take off our masks. You see I have 3 and 0 with me. They create 30 when they go together, which is today's date. And everybody's getting ready for Halloween by getting their costume ready. So we're going to talk a little bit about costumes and how to make costumes for the numbers. So they're going to take their masks off also because we're at our own home, and put them aside. And 30 are going to look over what we have here. Now, yesterday we looked at the glass pumpkins. We've added a couple other things of materials. Look at these candles. These are made of wax, and these are leaves. Aren't they beautiful? Fall leaves made into a candle. So that's done through a mold. You have to make the mold and pour the hot wax in it and then let it harden, and out it comes from the mold. But this is a very difficult mold because of all the little pieces. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves in each one of them smooshed together. You've seen that? That's a beautiful design. And there's the candle as if you're going to burn it. Well, I've had these, I'm not going to burn them. And here's the other one you see is the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 leaves, where it actually is smashed together, created in one mold, though it's not like glued. The wax itself will stick together. It is made hot and liquid, and then you cool it down, take it out of the mold, and you have that arrangement. So that's a little bit of a science lesson here, but aren't they beautiful for decorating for the holidays? And then these are little things to put around tall candles. Look at that with the little ring in the center for the tall candle. And look how many leaves on the bottom in this design. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's also based on an octagon. Octagons are used a lot. They look a lot like a circle, but they're not quite. And here we have a little pumpkin here and another pumpkin there and a few little nuts. And that gives it a fall look, and also the little bit of the hay. So that's a beautiful thing to put a regular candle through. And here's another one here that I have. They're not quite the same, but they're very close. I guess they are the same. That makes sense because they're made of plastic, and it's easy to mass produce. The plastic we talk about made in the U.S., but the U.S. really imports most of the plastic things. Most of the things we have are made cheaply overseas because we do more high-end work here. Those are some interesting things about jobs in the U.S. But how to design the molds, that's what takes the most work, and then it's easy to mass produce them, okay? So what do we know about getting ready for Halloween? We saw all these pumpkins the last couple days, or we saw them yesterday for sure. I'm wearing my Halloween scarf. Look what other images are oftentimes made for Halloween. We have a ghost, we have spiders, and number 8 always loves the spider because they have 8 legs. But they're very cool engineers, you know, the spiders. They build those webs to create food. So not to create food, but to gather food. So the food comes by, the bugs come by and get caught in the web, and that's how they can eat. It's a very slow process for gathering food, but that's how spiders do actually find their food. They build a web, great engineering, and then they capture the food in their web. And then we have the pumpkin, of course, here's made with triangular eyes. 3 likes the triangular eyes because 3 has triangular eyes, okay? And the mouth, which is like a moon with 2 points, we use that as a shape to go with 2, and a little triangular nose. Isn't that cute? Here's a bat. You know, we have bats. They're an interesting design. Okay, I'm going to cover you up a little bit. 3, look at that bat, how it has 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 2 wings. But here they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 points on each wing. That isn't necessarily the way they all are, but they are symmetric generally. And there again is the moon shape, like a small moon shape with 2 points. I use that as a nice thing to describe 2 as a shape for 2. So let's see if there are any other little pictures. I think that's most of them. Those are great emblems of Halloween. The ghost, of course, and here this one's done with 3 points, kind of like it's swooping off without any feet, and 2 arms, 2 eyes, and a rounded mouth. But we don't ever see ghosts, so we have to design them. Some people say they see them, but most people have to design them as your own ideas. But those are the little pictures that are on my scarf for Halloween. And in terms of getting ready for Halloween with costumes, if you're still thinking, the numbers are really, really excited about all of the costumes that they've had. This is a picture on our YouTube. If you go to Numbers Alive 1, you will see the video that we did last Saturday, getting ready for Halloween. We did it on Zoom with 10 different people and myself. I was the host, so I'm up here. You can't necessarily see me so well. It was shot right here on my computer, and we have each of the numbers in their costume. Here is 0 in a ghost costume. You actually can't see him very well because he's a ghost. Here's number 2 with it's a rabbit with 2 floppy ears. 4 is got some big glasses and other little things about 4. All of it's described on the YouTube video. Here is an equation for 5. 5 plus 0 equals 5. Here's a triangle for number 3. 3 loves triangles, of course. Here's number 9, done as a cat with whiskers. Why? Because a cat has 9 lives as part of our whole cultural heritage. Here is number 7 with the 7 colors of the rainbow made out of paper. These were all designed by the students and then made by themselves. So it's really fun. Here is, this is number 1. Can't quite see it so well on the picture. He's wearing a gold medal for winning the race. Here is 6 with the 6-string guitar. He's a rock and roll star with a bandana, and he likes candy because he's got 2 candies with his eyes and 4 candies on the hexagon. I think that's all. Oh, here's number 8, of course, right under me, and number 8 in a spider costume. So look at the video where all of the students describe their ideas about how they came up with a costume for each of the numbers linked to each of the numbers. Doing those sorts of activities is really good for your cognitive thinking about how you can reflect meaning by design and natural things that you see. Then we also have this one, which I'll put up tomorrow because tomorrow is Halloween, where we actually have an artistic rendering of all of these various costumes for each of the numbers that I already talked about, are Team 10, 0 to 9. But we also have the STEM squad with me. Here is E, natural logarithm, and it's sitting on a log out in the water with a ship. So that's that one's costume. And here is Epsilon, the error of statistics, where you're voting, and we looked up the main kinds of costumes. But that's every time when we have political voting or any kind of survey, they always have plus or minus and the precision, plus or minus error. This is the little error character, Epsilon. Epsilon's wearing a bunny because we've noticed that the bunny was one of the top costumes that in fact is usually made by people for Halloween. We also have Infinity in the STEM squad there with a top hat and so on. You can't really, so he's hiding a little bit, Infinity, with the eyes and everything. Here is Pi, of course, the head of the STEM squad with he's wearing an apron and he's carrying a little piece of pie, and he's got his pie baker hat. Here is C, the speed of light. Look, and he's leaving a trail like an airplane does. These are the speed of light, which is C. Here's the imaginary unit, whose dot has now become a pumpkin for Halloween. And here's Phi, the golden section, the beautiful, beautiful piece that relates to the Fibonacci sequence. And I've written about all of these at many times, but you can look them up on our videos on our YouTube channel. And that's actually described a lot in one of the actual films that's on our website or on our YouTube channel, the Numbers Show sub-channel, featured channel on our website. So at the very end here, it's time to get some treats. So we're going to bring out trick or treats for all the numbers, a little more space here because we're not here on Saturday. And number 1 wants to come in and say, okay, 0, your time is up. It is now going to be Halloween with the 31st. And 1 brings the little candy bag for trick or treats and looks inside to see how many we have. Let's look and see how many there are and count them out because we need 10, 1 for each of the friends. What do we have? We have 1 Kit Kat in there. We have a second one. We have a third one. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 for his friends, and he left the Snickers for himself. You know, if you're the one divvying things out, you always get the things that you want yourself most. But that's an interesting question. Do you take what you like first, or do you take what you like last? There are different kinds of people in the world, and they do things differently that way. So there's his Snickers, and the 9 for all of the other numbers, 0, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. All right, this is the Numbers Lady. Have a wonderful Halloween weekend. We'll see you again on Monday when it will be November, a new month, and we'll start again with the low single-digit numbers because that's the way the calendar starts. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.